All right, here we go again. Accordion Cool. I think I'm Coach Dave. Was the last time I checked. And that first tune, I kind of play that as an opening tune for my live shows too. It's anything goes, because if you've been watching this show for a while, you know just about anything goes. And it came from a musical called, what was it called? Oh yeah, Anything Goes. 1934, written by Cole Porter. Cole Porter, one of the great songwriters of that era, shall we say. Well, we're going to move on to our second tune. And this came from a show also. It was called Making Whoopee. And this show was called, Whoopee! Whoopee! 1928. So let's make some, well, we can't, but you know what I'm saying. Making Whoopee. Let's see. Making Whoopee, great old classic. Well, this next tune is just a little bit closer to the turn of the century. This was written in 1953 by a great piano player, Errol Garner. Errol Garner was from Pittsburgh, And you don't hear of too many of the great jazz players coming from Pittsburgh. You think, you think Pittsburgh, you think steel mills and all that stuff. But there were a number of fellows that played pretty good that came from Pittsburgh. And of course, Errol Garner was one. And he wrote this particular tune. Now, this tune was written just as an instrumental. No words or lyrics. So somebody put some words and lyrics to it. A fella named Johnny Mathis, 1959, had probably the biggest hit of his career on a little tune called Misty. Misty, one of the prettiest tunes ever written, in my estimation anyway, for whatever that's worth. Well, this next tune, if you changed one word in the title, it could be related to folks, especially around here, who drive snowplows. Yeah. So a tune is called Pennies from Heaven, but if you make it Snow from Heaven, these guys are in their glory, right? Don't know a lot about the tune, just I think a couple people got together in 1936 and, hey, let's write a tune and call it Pennies from Heaven, and so they did, and of course it became an old standard over the years. So let's see what we can do with Pennies from Heaven. You can't do anything anymore because we don't have pennies, or very soon we won't, so. pennies or snow or something from heaven. But again, like I said, I don't know what we're going to do now without pennies, even though it costs, was it 3 cents to make one? Never mind. All right, well, this next tune was part of the great Latin invasion of the early 60s. And this was probably the most popular tune that came out of that revolution, shall we say. Written by a fellow, I love saying this guy's name, Antonio Carlos Jobim. Antonio Carlos Jobim. He wrote a lot of those tunes, but this was probably the most popular. Grammy 65, no, not his grandmother, they won a Grammy in 1965. Now this tune is a tune, you don't fake it. You got to know it or forget, you can't play it. And I learned that the hard way many years ago when I was, back in the old, wedding circuit thing. I vividly remember this. I'm on the job, I'm playing the tune, and I get to the middle part, which we call the bridge. Mine goes blank. Somehow I got myself out of it, but for some reason, after all these years, I still remember that one instance. So yes, of course, it's called That Girl, or as Sinatra would say, the chick from Ipanema. So let's see what we got. And of course, the question is always asked, who was the girl from Ipanema? Well, there have been many suggestions, but the one I like most, I did hear, I don't know how true it is, she was a news reporter on the local TV station, and she would walk down to the beach each day, Ipanema Beach, and went right by these couple of guys, and they decided to write a song about her. Now, I know a young lady who's done a little bit of traveling, and she says that she once met the girl from Ipanema. Wow. Well, guess what? It wasn't really the girl from Ipanema. There was a young lady down there on Ipanema Beach, and she opened a store, gift shop, I guess it was, and called it the girl from Ipanema because indeed she was from Ipanema. Well, after they got through all the lawsuits and everything else, she actually won, and her store, I guess, is called the girl from Ipanema. So, and I don't know what she claims, whether she is or not, but well, whatever. Enough of that. All right, we're getting down towards the end of our time. Now, this next tune was written by a fellow named Ray Noble. Who? Ray Noble. Ray Noble was a British band leader. And the name of the tune is Cherokee. And there's a couple of different stories that go with this. Theoretically, Ray Noble, his idea was to write a song about each of the major Indian tribes, and this was the first one. Now, they say, one side, that he never did the rest of them. And then some people say, oh, yeah, he did. Well, this is the only song I've heard that even resembles being part of an Indian tribe, but it's a nice tune. Cherokee. Let's see what we do with this. Cherokee. Let's see, around where we are here, I think the Indian tribe was Wampanoags. How do you write a song called Wampanoag? Well, I'm sure that probably wasn't one of the original planned songs for the Indian tribes, but it's great that somebody did take the time to honor our Native Americans whose country we stole from him, but let's not get into that whole thing. Well, as usual, thank you all for listening, watching, tuning in, however it is you do get this little extravaganza. And of course, not to be forgotten, the big guy behind the glass, Austin Rickards, like I said 1,000 times. Well, not 1,000, but if I sound good, it's Austin. If I sound bad, there's something wrong with the instrument. So let's take it home. I don't know, a little more Cherokee. Here we go.